The silence in the Central City National Bank vault was thick, broken only by the rhythmic hum of Captain Cold's gun as it encased the massive steel door in a growing layer of ice. Around him, the air thrummed with a different kind of tension. Heatwave, impatiently tapping his flamethrower, grumbled about the glacial pace, a faint shimmer of heat rising from his gauntlets. Across the room, Mirror Master's reflections shimmered uneasily, his gaze darting, always expecting the Scarlet Speedster to burst through. Even Captain Boomerang seemed to be itching for a fight. But then, a voice, calm and even, cut through the ambient anxiety. "Easy, Mick. Patience is a virtue, especially when ice is doing the heavy lifting. And Sam, keep your eyes on the exits, not just your reflections. Digger, holster that boomerang unless I give the word. We're here for the diamonds, not a gratuitous fight." It was Leonard Snart, Captain Cold, not shouting, not even raising his voice, yet every member of the Rogues instinctively straightened, their individual anxieties momentarily quelled by the sheer force of his quiet authority. This wasn't just a collection of costumed criminals. This was an operation, meticulously orchestrated, and led by a man who was more than just a villain with a cold gun. This quiet authority isn't merely an act, it's the bedrock of what makes the Flash's Rogues one of the most uniquely organized and surprisingly effective criminal enterprises in the DC universe. While other villain teams might be fleeting alliances built on shared greed or a temporary common enemy, the Rogues operate with a structure, a code, and a singular, undisputed leader: Captain Cold, Leonard Snart. Most supervillain groups are, frankly, a chaotic mess. They're often prone to infighting, backstabbing, and a distinct lack of long-term planning, frequently undone by their own oversized egos. But look closely at the Rogues, and you'll observe something different. They are a disparate group of individuals, each with their own temperaments and powers: the fiery unpredictability of Heatwave, the self-obsessed cunning of Mirror Master, the volatile impulsiveness of Captain Boomerang. Bringing such diverse and often clashing personalities together and getting them to work as a cohesive unit demands a very particular kind of leadership, and Leonard Snart possesses it in spades. What truly sets Snart apart is not just his cold gun, but his cool head and his meticulously tactical mind. Every heist, every encounter with the Flash is planned with an almost surgical precision. He studies Flash's patterns, anticipates his moves, and rarely engages in a direct, drawn-out slugfest unless it's absolutely unavoidable. Instead, he designs scenarios where the Rogues can achieve their objective through strategic misdirection, exploiting environmental weaknesses, or creating dilemmas that force Flash to choose between stopping them and saving innocent lives. His heists are less about brute force and more about intricate clockwork, with each rogue playing a specific, vital role. He isn't just ordering them, he's placing them, like chess pieces, to execute a grand strategy. But Snart's influence extends far beyond mere strategy. He has instilled in the Rogues a strict, almost archaic code of conduct. No killing, he often reiterates, no unnecessary violence, no hitting women or children. This might sound counterintuitive for a supervillain, but it serves multiple purposes. It distinguishes them from the truly deranged, the psychopaths who inflict harm for its own sake. It also, surprisingly, earns them a begrudging respect from Flash, who knows the Rogues, despite their criminal intent, aren't truly malicious. This code also keeps the team disciplined. Any member who breaches it faces Snart's wrath, which, for all its quiet nature, is swift and absolute. He mediates their disputes, often stepping in to diffuse the inevitable clashes between the hot-headed Heatwave and the abrasive Captain Boomerang. His word is law, and his judgment is final, preventing the internal strife that would otherwise tear the group apart. It's this unparalleled organization, this strict adherence to a code, and Snart's undeniable acumen as a leader that elevates the Rogues from a simple collection of themed criminals into a genuinely dangerous threat. They aren't just reacting to opportunities, they're creating them. They aren't just fighting the Flash, they're outmaneuvering him,
often leaving him frustrated not by their power, but by their sheer strategic cohesion and their ability to slip away. Consider the implications. A group of villains, normally so self-serving, operating with the efficiency of a well-oiled machine. It makes them elusive, effective, and perhaps, in a strange way, admirable in their criminal professionalism. Captain Cold, Leonard Snart, isn't just a man with a cold gun. He is a criminal mastermind, an architect of elaborate schemes, and a true leader of men. He doesn't just command, he earns loyalty through respect, through foresight, and through a clear, unwavering vision for his illicit enterprise. So, the next time you think of the Flash's rogues, don't just picture the quirky costumes or the themed gadgets. Look closely at the quiet man in the parka. Observe the intricate ballet of their heists, the subtle dynamics of their interactions, and the underlying code that binds them. It's all a testament to the singular leadership of Captain Cold. He transformed a motley crew into an enduring, formidable force, proving that even in the world of villainy, organization and discipline are the most potent weapons of all. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Captain Cold's unique leadership. What do you think makes him such an effective leader for the rogues? Are there other villain groups who operate with similar discipline, or are the rogues truly one of a kind? Share your insights in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the fascinating world of comics.